Alright, we're at Kentucky Dragway. Gonna set this thing to 3,200 on the two-step and turn the boost all the way up. As high as it'll go for that turbo and that 13 pounds. I'm just gonna run it through the eighth for now. If it don't do any better in a 6.2, I'm not gonna try to run it through the quarter. But try 5.9 in the eighth. If it runs that, we'll do one through the quarter. Might ask, what was that shot off your car? Well, that was a piece of my fender. And y'all might ask, what's all that white smoke? Well, that's the tire into the fender. Well, I have to voice over this part because they were jamming the music, but there's the tire into the fender, and there's the piece of the fender it's missing. I had put a huge groove in that tire, and that tire wasn't very old. That's going to be about $300 fix right there. And then under here, you can see, I don't know if you can see it or not, but where the shock bolts to and the lower control arm bolts to, it bent both of those and pulled the rear end down and forward, which sent the tire into the fender. It tire shook, wheel hopped like I've never felt or even seen before. It was crazy. I mean, it rattled my teeth. But hopefully somehow I can get that straightened out and reinforce it and get it fixed. Oh, and it put a big dent in the fender too. It didn't just knock a big chunk out of the paint, I think was the paint, but it put a big dent in it, and it busted the shock. That's why it looks wet under there. That's the shock fluid. There's a better view of it. You can see where the shock perch, which is where the lower control arm bolts too, also, it bent both of those. So I'm going to have to try to figure out some way to straighten that out and maybe reinforce it, on the other side. I'm not sure how the best way to fix that's going to be, but you know, all that's connected to the rear end tube itself. So I don't know. If y'all have any pointers, hit the comments, please. And here's a slow motion video of it. It looks like it tried to lift the tire there for a second, and then everything just went south after that. All right, let's take a look at the recording and see what this does. So we're spooling it up here. We got the two steps set on 3,200 RPM. There we go. Try around, boost is creeping up. So we're at about 6-7 pounds of boost on the leave. And then this is where I let go of the button right here in a second, right there. And there's the tire shake. And it hits up to, where's the boost at? Yeah, we're at about 16 pounds of boost right there. Just tires shaking the crap out of the tires. And I let off of it. And I actually get back in it. And we'll see where the boost goes to. 15, 16. It gets up to about 18.3 right there, and then it starts trailing off, and then I hear the tire rubbing, so I finally let off the gas. Oddly enough, it ran like a 750 and an 11.5, and I just like barely even drove it after that. I just kind of cruised down through there. I could hear the tire rubbing the whole way, and I looked in the rearview mirror, and it was tire smoke. But yeah, I just cruised the rest of the way, and it still runs a 7.5 and 11.5 at like 100 mile an hour. But yeah, it was not good. But it made about 18.3 pounds of booze. I wonder if it'd make more if I upped that spring. I don't know. But anyway. Oh, but another cool thing, look. Wideband, fixing that ground wire made my wideband start reading correct. So that wideband reading is correct. Because, yeah, that's correct. So the FR was good. Actually, it was a little fat. But anyway. Well, the battery's so dead on my phone, y'all probably can't see. It won't let me turn the light on where the battery's dead. Yeah. But I was able to put the stock small tires on, and there's quite a bit of clearance now. I was able to get her drove home. So pretty much where everything mounts to, like the lower control arm, the spring perch, the shock perch, it's all bent. That track was terrible. At Ohio Valley, they drug the track, and it was a drug track running 650 index, and it never did that. That was terrible. Well, we'll get her fixed though. All the tracks are closing now anyway. Winter project. So that'll be a winter project. And then going through Christopher's motor will be a winter project. But y'all have a good day.